You know that feeling when a sports moment is so huge you still get goosebumps just thinking about it? Picture it. Augusta 2025 and Rory McIlroy stands over that final Masters putt. The crowd is holding its collective breath. Rory sinks it, and suddenly he's completed golf's legendary career Grand Slam. The roar was unreal. For any golf fan, that was goosebumps-inducing magic, right? But here's what I couldn't stop thinking. How did this kid from a small town in Northern Ireland go from knocking golf balls at age 2 to holding every major trophy? And, oh yeah, becoming one of the richest guys in sports? I mean, Rory's not just a champion on the course, he's one of those rare athletes who crack the code on earning outside the fairway too. So today on Kickin Riches, we're diving into Rory McIlroy's wild journey. The big swings, the massive checks, the secret business moves, and of course, what it all adds up to. Stick around, because there's more to this story than you think. Let's rewind the tape and see where it all began. Alright, let's jump back in time. Imagine a toddler barely out of diapers, smacking golf balls 40 yards with clubs his dad made just for him. That's Rory at 2 years old, already launching shots while most of us couldn't even spell golf. Growing up in Holywood, County Down, Rory basically lived at the golf course. I love this image. A tiny kid chasing after full-size dreams, swinging clubs almost bigger than himself. It didn't take long for people to notice. Before he could drive a car, he was winning junior and amateur tournaments all over Ireland. At just 18, Rory decided, why not go pro? And get this, he snagged his first PGA Tour win at Quail Hollow by age 20. Remember, this is the same path Tiger Woods walked, turning pro as a teenager with the whole world watching. Can you imagine that kind of pressure? The media couldn't get enough. Headlines screamed, "Is this the next Tiger?" Everyone expected greatness. And honestly, Rory hit the fairway running, ready to take on the world. But those early wins were just the starter course. Up next, the real feast, major championships and a boatload of records. Here's where things get spicy. After the hype, Rory didn't just keep pace, he straight up started rewriting golf history. His first big crown came at the 2011 US Open, where he absolutely dominated. Then boom, back-to-back PGA Championships in 2012 and 2014, plus the British Open, aka the Open Championship, in 2014. But the story didn't stop there. That Masters win in 2025? Talk about cinematic. It capped off a 14-year quest and made Rory one of only 6 golfers ever to complete the career Grand Slam. That means winning all 4 majors. Not even most golf legends can say that. For context, think of it as someone not just winning the World Cup, but every single trophy in the sport. On top of the majors, Rory reigned as world number 1 for over 100 weeks. He helped Team Europe crush it in the Ryder Cup and racked up records that set him apart from even his heroes. One golf writer put it best, Rory isn't in Tiger's shadow anymore, he's a legend in his own right. And those wins? They weren't just for the trophies. With every big swing, Rory's profile and his paycheck grew bigger. Ready to see just how massive those paychecks got? Alright, let's talk about numbers that might just make your wallet jealous. By now, Rory's tournament earnings are, well, wild. He's racked up over $100 million just from playing golf. I mean, can you picture what it feels like to get a $4.2 million check for 1 week's work, like he did at the 2025 Masters? Every birdie was basically boosting his bank balance. What's crazy is that every single major win came with a payout in the low millions. Think 1.7 to 2.5 million. And those are just headline checks. Smaller tournaments still handed him hundreds of thousands at a time. Add all the tour wins, the FedEx Cup bonuses, and yeah, the numbers escalate fast. Here's a question for you. What would you do if you won $100 million just for doing what you love? Buy a car, a golf course, or maybe start a foundation? Drop your dream splurge in the comments. I want to hear it. But here's the real twist. Tournament money is just one club in Rory's bag. The real fortune? That started rolling in when brands lined up for a slice of Rory magic. Now, if you thought winning tournaments was where the big bucks stopped, you'd be way off. Rory became a marketing superstar almost overnight. Seriously, he signed a multi-year, multi-million-dollar deal with Nike, one of the biggest ever in golf, and suddenly found himself on commercials with Tiger Woods. When Nike stopped making golf clubs, brands like Puma and luxury labels leaped in to snatch him up. You ever notice how all the best golfers suddenly have the freshest apparel? Now you know why. His endorsement haul? Forbes figured it's about $45 million and counting, with some years hitting $10–20 million in brand deals alone. Watches, banks, even high-end upholstery. If you can imagine it, Rory's probably graced their ads. That means at certain points, the business side was making Rory as much or more than his actual golf. It's not just about the paycheck either. Brands love him because he's global, relatable, and honestly, pretty good in front of a camera. That likability turned into millions and cemented his spot as one of golf's best-paid stars. And get this, the off-course action didn't stop at sponsorships. Rory's next move? Owning a piece of the business game itself. So now you're a golf champ, you're in every Nike ad, and you've got the kind of income that bends calculators. Most athletes just coast at that point, but not Rory. Instead, he started building real wealth away from the greens. In 2019, Rory launched Symphony Ventures out of Dublin, pumping cash into tech startups and cutting-edge businesses. Rumor has it, he's already seen some staggering returns, especially betting on cool fintech and sports tech projects. Even more game-changing, when the PGA Tour sold a stake to investors during the LIV golf saga, Rory got a $50 million equity slice for sticking with the tour. That's right, he became an actual tour owner. Not a bad bonus for standing by your league. And just this year, he teamed up with a giant firm, TPG, aiming to invest €1 billion into European sports. Can you picture Rory, not just the golfer, but the mogul, making power plays in boardrooms as well as bunkers? Talk about planning for the future. It's clear, Rory wasn't satisfied with just being a legend. He wanted to be a boss, too. But how do all these moves add up to his net worth now? Let's break it down. Here's the bottom line. According to Forbes, Rory's official net worth sits around $83 million. Some fan sites love to say it's closer to $250 million, but let's trust the numbers we can audit. No matter how you cut it, he's one of the 2 highest-paid golfers on the planet, right behind Jon Rahm. What makes Rory's fortune so interesting isn't just the size, though, who wouldn't want it? It's how he built it. About 40% came from prize money, another 45% from brand deals, and the rest? Smart investments, like that massive $50 million tour equity. He's bought gorgeous homes in Northern Ireland and Florida, sure, but he's also reinvested into youth sports and charity. Think of Rory as the playbook for every up-and-coming athlete. Master your craft, build your brand, invest your earnings, and always be future-proofing. His legacy goes way beyond golf. He's shaping how athletes approach business and giving back. So, what do you think? Is Rory the blueprint for the modern sports superstar? Would you go for the investments, the brand deals, or just build an epic backyard golf hole for life? Hit like if you've enjoyed his journey, and let's wrap this up. Man, what a journey! From backyard swings as a kid to standing tall at Augusta with every major trophy to his name. And a bankroll that'd make Wall Street jealous. Rory McIlroy's story is proof that talent, hustle, and some pretty savvy business moves can take you from hometown prodigy to true legend status. I hope you got as much out of this deep dive as I did. If you want more stories where sports and fortune collide, you're seriously in the right place. Smash that subscribe button so you never miss an episode of Kickin Riches. And tell me in the comments, who should we break down next? Another golf phenom, a soccer superstar, or maybe someone from the world of basketball? Thanks for watching and keep swinging big on and off the course.